And then while you're doing all that, just check your alignment every time you hit. Make sure shoulders square, feet are square. Money.
All right, folks, welcome back to our next episode here on this golfing series. We're here with Alec at the Golf House. And Alec, this is the lesson portion of it.
Yes, it is.
So kind of roll through what you guys do and how you're gonna, I guess, take me through the motions here today.
Yeah, so you and Brock will be a little different, right? Kind of like what you guys are learning about yourselves. Everybody's game is a little bit different.
Right.
Everybody's swing is a little bit different. So that's what kind of makes golf cool, right? Like there's a lot of different ways to hit the ball, but we want to help give you some tips, pointers on the correct, maybe posture, stance, alignment, just kind of those basic things to start, and then kind of let your natural ability take over a little bit, because you still want that swing to be natural and not really robotic, if that makes sense.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
So as we had talked about before in the first episode, I'm a very new golfer, very novice, so there's gonna be probably things you're gonna tell me that I'm not even gonna know what you're saying. So have a lot of patience with me. Brock will probably have a little bit easier time with you because he'll be more familiar with the game, but we're really excited to bring to you this part of the series, so let's get to it.
And right off the bat, I want, alignment is the first thing that I'm gonna teach on. Yeah, you can jump right in this one. And Eric, obviously you'll be a refresher for you, but it can't hurt. When you line up with the ball, I want your shoulders, if I put a line here, to match the tips of your toes to match your hips. Does that make sense? So I want everything in the same line. So then, once you're there, then I want you to get a little bit, I want your hands to be a little bit in front of the ball, if that makes sense. So I want to move your hands up just a little bit right there.
Without moving your body, obviously.
Exactly, and you never want your hands, never want your hands behind the ball. So if that makes sense. Now, just take a couple swings naturally just with that new posture, and you'll start to see everything will hopefully be in a line, because, and I start there because why? Like if you're already lined up wrong to begin with, you know, you're losing already, if that makes sense. So biggest thing right before every shot, look at that, because everything is in line. So that is the biggest thing, and honestly, for beginners, that's the biggest thing that's wrong, because like some people's club face will be here, right? And all your body and everything's here. So you're lined up like this. Everything in line. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Now, as far as like distance to the ball at all,
yes. So
what I would try to do,
perfect. So that's going to be the next one. So here, I'll trade you spots. So I always want you to get your distance before we take our stance, okay? So when your arms extend, see how I haven't even taken my stance yet? I'm getting my club comfortable distance out where my arms are straight. I don't want you to feel like you're reaching for it, but I don't want you to feel like it's in here where your arms aren't straight. So what I say is look for that V, right? See how my arms make a perfect V, where they're not too stretched out and they're not too inside. So once I get that, then I take my stance based on that, and now look, I should be all square, and then I can hit the ball,
That looked a lot better than mine.
Biggest thing that I see people also do is your body wants to follow your club, right? So we call that swing. Like you said, I want you to rotate instead of sway, right? So that's a common mishit, because what did I tell him? I told him the other day, if you sway this way, then your body has to sway back to get back where you started. So I'd much rather you, as much as you can, when your arms come back here, this right hip starts to rotate out when you're at the top, and then when you make your transition down, you're coming down, and then I want that hip to fire through, where if you had a belt buckle, it's facing right at your target. I'm gonna put this on your head. And obviously, I don't want you to move from that spot, right? Just rotate. Perfect. See that? So when you keep your head still, because if you sway, your head's going with it, right? So you'd run right into my club. So pretend there's just something right here where it's holding you back from going that way. So if you guys are hitting those low, I saw both you guys kind of hit a low one to the right. So look, that means you're good coming out of it. So I want to make sure you get through it, then come up. Does that make sense? So when you come up a little early, look, where am I? My chest is up and my club is facing low and right. Yep. And that was money. Awesome.
You totally, huge difference.
Isn't it unbelievable?
Huge difference.
the biggest thing you should see is just consistency of your good shots, right?
Oh.
If I did, what did we say, out of 10 shots, you might have started of 2 or 3 of 10 were good. As we move through this, in your mind, just think, all right, now I'm at 5 at 6, now I'm at 7, 8. Okay. And then obviously the goal is to get about, I would say 9 or 10, where it's consistently a good shot, right?
So as I'm setting up here, do I want to have my weight on my heels? Like
that's another great question. I don't want it too far back, and I almost want it in that, like, inside the ball of your feet, right?
Here?
Yes, exactly. Because I don't want you to feel like you're sitting back too far, and I don't want you on your toes. Kind of meet in the middle. And that's just, I can already tell how pure those are.
Yeah, it felt great.
But I see the biggest enjoyment, is just such a perfect word that he used, is like seeing those first 3 lessons of improvement. Because it's just those basics, right? Alignment. I mean, what is that, 4 in a row? Yeah. It's awesome. Now I want this hip to move when these go back. Now I want you to slow down your backswing, okay? I want you to take it back slower. I think it's messing your timing up. Yep. So does that make sense? So let me step in here and I'll kind of show that.
It's just unnatural for me, I guess. I don't know why, it just feels like I need to be faster.
It will get more technical. Yes. It's gonna get more in depth, but just from the beginning, like I kind of mentioned as we were going, like you'll notice the bigger changes early. And then as we get more technical, we're just gonna fine tune it, right? Get the dispersion of your shots from way left or way right, get a little tighter and see how it goes.
All right, stay tuned with us. We're gonna be continuing on this series. We're gonna go into some more of the dynamic movements and stretches and things from Zach. From HHMtv, this is Chris. We'll see you next time.